The hardest part of a journey isn't the distance traveled across the ocean or the weight of the suitcases you carry. For many who move to a new country like Israel, the real obstacle appears when they try to put down roots and sign their very first lease. You have the vision, the motivation, and the savings, but you suddenly find yourself standing before a landlord who asks for something you simply cannot provide: a local shadow. In the Israeli rental market, there is a legendary figure known as the Aref, or the guarantor. This is an Israeli citizen, usually a family member or a lifelong friend, who signs their name alongside yours. They are the financial backup, the safety net that promises the landlord that if you fail, they will pay. For someone who just stepped off a plane, this requirement feels like a locked door with no key. You are a stranger in a new land, and the system expects you to have a deep rooted local network on day one. This hidden barrier creates a massive financial gap that most people never see coming until they are already searching for an apartment. When you lack a local guarantor, the cost of moving into a home doesn't just increase, it explodes. On a national average rent of nearly 5,000 shekels, a person with a local guarantor might only need to secure about 15,000 shekels. But as a newcomer without that local connection, the demand often shifts to paying 6 months of rent in advance plus a heavy deposit. Suddenly, you are expected to lock away over 43,000 shekels. That is a difference of nearly 30,000 shekels that vanishes from your liquid savings the moment you sign the contract, money that stays frozen until the day you move out. Yet, this isn't just a story of obstacles. It's a story of how the market has evolved to solve this human problem. Newcomers are now finding three distinct paths to bypass the need for a personal guarantor. There is the bank guarantee, where the bank itself acts as your shadow, freezing 2 to 3 months of rent in your account to issue a formal letter of security. There is the emergence of third party guarantee services, firms that back your lease for a non refundable fee of a few thousand shekels, essentially selling you the reputation you haven't had time to build yet. And finally, there is the negotiation of pure capital, offering advance rent to prove your reliability through action rather than association. Every successful transition into a new society requires learning these unwritten rules of the game. Understanding the role of the Arav is the difference between starting your new life with financial flexibility or finding your transition capital trapped in a landlord's escrow account. Key important notes from the video: the Arav is a local guarantor required by most Israeli landlords. Without one, costs can jump from 15,000 shekels to over 43,000 shekels in locked collateral. Options to bridge this gap include bank guarantees, third-party guarantee firms, or paying significant rent in advance. Planning for these financial requirements at least 1 week before a lease begins is essential for a smooth transition.